What's up, everybody? This is Matt Bowman from Matt Bowman Gaming here, and I'm just here. I just wanted to record this really quick. Sorry about the background noise if you hear it. I'm recording this while I'm outside. But I mean, this is a recording about Star Citizens. I've been rolling around the idea of making a Star Citizens video, but this would just be like a post commentary and just like holding a conversation about the game in general. But I know I was watching a couple videos and from what I've been gathering about it, like a lot of people are talking about like gameplay and like gameplay styles and how they expect the game to go and this and that. And for me, I think it's gonna be a little bit different. Like a lot of people are I feel like the community is very fighter pilot heavy at the moment, and not a lot of people are willing to, crew up and fly and fly together, which is understandable, being that the game is still in alpha, and the most appealing part to the game is the fact that people can just get together and or a person can literally just fly on their own. I mean, yeah, the most appealing part to the game is that right now. And I understand that. That's very understandable. But I think like a lot of people are making assumptions, and a lot of videos are assuming that this is how the core gameplay is going to be. But when you sit back and you think about it, it's like once they implement, like, let's say 4 or 5 star systems, and like the distance between each star system actually comes into play, and like you actually having to have jump drives, and having to have jump point scanners, and go through wormholes and this and that. I think like the entire thing of this whole, I'm just gonna be a fighter pilot, I'm gonna fly around in my Hornet or my Avenger or my Saber, and I'm gonna destroy people and all this kind of stuff. I think that's going to change, because I don't think people really realize that like insurance is gonna get expensive, and it's gonna get expensive every time you die, and it's like you won't be able to outfit your ship the way you would. I think a big part of it will be trying to preserve your ship for a long time, because like I said, I'm an Avengers pilot, right? So I have an Avenger. I bought an Avenger like a while ago. I want to say 2013, 2012-ish, I think. I don't remember. I have to look and see the exact date. But back then, like that was all that they had. And I just wanted to get into the game because I just wanted to play Arena Commander. And I got into it like a little bit before Arena Commander was even released. So for me, I think it's a thing to where like I don't want to say I jumped the gun, but I paid for what I had the money to afford at the time, which was $80, and it was an Avenger. I couldn't afford a Constellation. I still can't afford a Constellation at the moment. And I think I'll buy whatever ship. I think I will buy like a different ship or a bigger ship in the future. But with saying that, I think a lot of people have this mindset that they're going to be able to fly around in their, in a small short-range fighter and just deal damage and do this and that. But you're going to have to do jobs. You have to do things, and it's going to be kind of hectic. And I don't think like this crazy PvP fly around shooting people, this and that is going to be a thing. I think like once the initial hype of it all dies down, like the core gameplay mechanics is gonna be like people being very careful. Like if they get into a conflict and somebody's getting shot at, they're gonna try and get out of there as fast as possible. I mean, that's the only thing that really makes sense when you think about it. Because for one, let's say you have a rare ship, right? Your ship, like you bought your ship and it was limited edition. So that means that when you buy your ship, right? You don't have it's gonna take a while for them to manufacture your ship, depending on like the mechanics. I mean, that's what they're saying. The mechanics of that is going to, they gotta build your ship again. So it'll be a week. We have to be without a ship for a week, which means you have to crew other people's ship to make money. So it's like you're gonna be without a ship all because you decided to make a dumb decision and you die. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pirate somebody else's stuff. I mean, if you're in a pirate organization, then I would suspect that that thought process would be different. But even still, like I think that it still would be a little bit hectic, because I don't think a lot of people would want to take that risk a lot, and I think a lot of the pirates and stuff are gonna be. I think a lot of pirating is gonna be like from people with multiple ships, so that somebody doesn't, so that if one ship gets, you know, taken out, that they have another ship that they can continue to make money at. That was just my thought process. I don't think that a lot of this stuff is going to happen the way a lot of people really think it will. It's kind of interesting though. I'm very interested to see how this mechanic is going to turn out because, you know, like I said, I'm an Avenger pilot and I'm really just curious to see how it's all going to turn out for me, because I know that my play style is going to change throughout the game, and I know that I'm going to try and grind and get another ship with in-game currency. That's really, like, I think that's my main goal, is to get a bigger ship. And I don't know what ship I want, because there's a lot of stuff coming. I don't know, maybe a constellation or something like that, who knows. But I want to be able to get something that I can, you know, explore and, you know, do some runs and make some money, because I mean, I'm going to be limited on what I can do with my Avenger. So I don't know. I think a lot of this is kind of misguided, and I think a lot of the thought process that people have about this game is very misguided right now. And I think that we need to sit down and people need to take a hard look on how, you know, when 3.0 is released, how the mechanic will actually work. Because this whole run and gun, if they're implementing insurance from the gate in 3.0, then this whole run and gun is going to be bad. It really is. It's going to be really bad. And I don't think a lot of people are going to like it, because you're not going to be able to fly around and destroy people's ship and just for the kicks and stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are going to be some people who just don't care and they're going to try and troll people. But I think that once a lot of it is going to come from, you know, like your ship is actually going to hold some sort of value. And, you know, I think that, like, once you get to the point where, like, you know, everything is rolling pretty good, and then all of a sudden somebody comes around and they destroy you, it's going to become a problem. It's going to become a big fucking problem. And I don't think that person's really going to understand. I don't think the pirates are really going to understand, because what goes around comes around, and the pirate may kill like 2 or 3 people, but somebody's going to come around and get him. And then they're going to have this really nice ship that's going to be outfitted. It's going to have all the guns and all the stuff on it, and then they're going to die. They're going to get shot. The ship is going to get destroyed, and that's going to be like heartbreaking, because it's like, think about it. I mean, like, even now in Star Citizens right now, it's like if somebody destroys your ship and you eject, like, you're in the middle of space, in the middle of nowhere, by yourself, and it sucks. Like, it really sucks. Like, it happened to me once. I don't have that footage recorded because it was a while ago, but I remember I was doing like a comm uplink or something like that, and like a guy like destroyed my ship. And it's like, what do you do in a situation like that? Like, there's no, you can't EVA all the way back to base. Like, I mean, yeah, you can get in chat and see if somebody help you, but like, that's rare. So that sucks, man. That really does suck for that to happen to you. And I think, like, once people get tired of being stranded in space and having to commit suicide and lose all their gear and all that kind of stuff, I think, like, that whole mechanic, that whole, like, mindset will, like, die down. And I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm just all right, guys, have a good day.
travel initiated.
Hello.
Complete.
If you had a second, could you check out these coordinates? Scans are saying something's there, but can't ID it.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
We ain't got any problems with you right now, but stick around and there's gonna be change.
Shields recharging. Shields up. Shields recharging.
Take your jobs a lot more seriously than I would have thought.